It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, happy to be here with my partners, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the San Antonio Spurs at AT&T Center. Checking out the Spurs, one thing we know, they feel they match up well in this contest. It's obviously an opponent they're confident going up against. We won't have to wait long to see if that confidence is well-founded. And guys, you think about it, in a lot of ways the San Antonio Spurs are the league's model franchise. Despite the small market, relative lack of media attention, all they do, Shaq, is
win, win, win no matter what. You look at the coaches and executives that got hired away from San Antonio area. The Spurs organization is like a tree whose branches are spreading throughout the league, and the chlorophyll is just igniting all the other teams and all the other GMs to just flow.
That's a magical analogy.
Like flowers.
It's magical the way you described that.
Thank you.
I'm not feeling that. That's a copycat league. They got to stop doing that. There's other people that could do a good job other than Spurs. Not saying the Spurs don't do a good job.
So you don't like the Spurs?
No, I don't like them being copycat and everyone's to be exactly like them.
We're blossoming.
You know, they win 50-plus games every year, but you don't have to copycat.
Really, it's like this.
Ernie, you see this cup?
Yes.
Watch when I pour water and hear what happens. You see how the plant just blossoms? And it's keep growing.
It's like Shaq and the Beanstalk.
Shaq and the Beanstalk. And stop. I want it to stop right there. You see that? I'll just move it right over here. See that little flower?
Oh.
That's what the Spurs are.
It provides a nice touch for the set
yes,
here.
Thank you.
It really
Appreciate
does.
it.
There's other teams that do
Kenny doesn't want to play this game. Kenny is not impressed.
You're not impressed by the chlorophyll?
I'm impressed by the magic show you just put on, but I'm not impressed by everybody has to get a Spur guy.
There are only so many to go around.
I'll tell you.
Kevin Harlan, you got the call.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. We're in San Antonio. The Spurs with home court playing here at the AT&T Center. Now it's ended down to David Aldridge standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo came to the NBA as an unheralded 19-year-old from Greece, but he's been a quick study at the NBA level. One reason? He actually takes notes. He said, "We all make mistakes and your mind can't remember them all. I write what I did wrong and what worked. I'm going to keep it going. Someday I'll have a collection." And with that dedication, Kevin, the sky is the limit for the Greek freak.
Boy, that's fascinating stuff, DA. Thank you so much. What better way to learn from your mistakes? Clark, when you went up against another great forward in the league, what was your mindset?
One, I wanted to go right at him. I wanted to put him on his heels if I could. And then I also wanted to be attentive to trying to disrupt him and make him uncomfortable, because if you can get a guy off his game a little bit, that can serve you and your team well. So early, I wanted to get off to a good start, be physical, and try to assert my will in the matchup right away.
Get a nice clean game, huh?
And the Spurs start out with the ball. Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. We've got John Henson. Chris Middleton is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Tony Snell, and it's Bledsoe in at the 1 spot. Now here is Aldridge. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Now Bledsoe. He kicks to Antetokounmpo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
And really, Antetokounmpo never stops attacking. I mean, he's always in attack mode. He really forces the defense's hand. He keeps pressure on them at all times.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. And we watch Giannis out there. He just looked unstoppable, Greg, at times. The way he's able to attack the rim, the blend of size, speed, and length is just unparalleled in the NBA.
And it's the movement that throws you off with Giannis. One step, and he's gone from the three line to the rim. There isn't any way to stop someone that skilled who's that big.
And the Bucks defense, not one of the strongest in the NBA, but they did a great job of creating turnovers. They didn't get a stop every time, but boy, they would often create offense with their defense.
Yeah, exactly. When you're not a strong half-court defensive team, being able to force turnovers and score off those can really be effective. And most teams are hard to guard in transition, and this Bucks team was exceptional in transition.
Here is Bledsoe, following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Middleton dishes to Henson. Back to Middleton. Pass to Henson. Henson with the screen. That's a two from Snell. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Mills over Bledsoe, and Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Mills. And that's now 6 points for Aldridge. Bledsoe outside. From past the arc. That shot off the mark. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Anderson outside. Gasol kicks to Green. Pass to Mills. Aldridge with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's Mills. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
An almost perfect start to this game. 4 for 5. They're rolling.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Rudy Gay's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. For three, Bledsoe. Gasol with the rebound.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely.
Instead, it had the opposite effect. He looked foolish.
Gasol, a screen on Middleton. Here's Gay, and then Gay with the dunk.
And how about the commitment of Gasol on the screen, doing whatever he can to open up shots for his teammates?
Bledsoe outside. Antetokounmpo. Another shot. The rebound by Anderson.
I think they got to get it going. A 1 for 5 start, not what they wanted.
Gasol a screen. Off the pick. And another basket for San Antonio.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
You know, they seem to be on the same page out there, Greg. I mean, definitely the momentum is with them.
Now here's Bledsoe. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 6 to shoot. Henson sets a screen for Bledsoe. Looking to end the drought. Shot clock reset for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo kicks to Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo against Anderson. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
Well, you really got to love the hustle from the Greek freak, Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's got a ton of confidence when it comes to beating up that glass.
Now here's Green. Here's Gasol. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Here's Bledsoe. Dishes to Henson. Over Gasol. The shot's good from Henson.
And with the passing of time, Henson has developed a nice mid-range jump shot. The defense has got to be aware that he can make that shot.
Now here's Anderson. Gay outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Before his injury, Rudy Gay had made some strides on the defensive end. In general, Greg, he doesn't get enough credit sometimes for his impact on that side of the ball.
Yeah, Gay has always been a great ball hawk. I mean, he's got long arms to pick off lazy passes. He gets a good amount of blocks for a wing player as well. Very much so underrated when you talk about his defense.
And the first one at the line is good.
And when you watch Rudy Gay out there on the court, you see just why he's always been a solid scorer in our league. I mean, any situation, any type of offense, he can find a way to get points, and really one of the more underrated players we have in our league.
And both free throws good for Gay. And with Rudy Gay, scoring, Greg, has never been a problem for him, has pretty much had the same level of production his entire career.
Yeah, and if you say that about some players, it's considered an insult, but it's a good thing for Gay. Usually will shoot in the mid-40s for this field goal percentage and solid at that small forward position. Also a great ISO game.
And Antetokounmpo is so clever near the hoop. I mean, I just marvel at how physically intimidating this workhorse is. He absolutely destroys whoever's put in front of him.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, flaring off picks, you want the ball in his hands.
The Spurs have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Gasol. And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that three-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level.
Gasol drops 2.
And over the years, Gasol has proven himself to be a valuable teammate, someone guys love to be around, a guy that plays well with just about anybody.
Now here's Bledsoe, looking for his first basket still in this one. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Spurs leading by 8. Gasol, a screen on Bledsoe. Now here's Mills, guarded by Bledsoe. And they double up Gay, just 5 on the clock. Shots good by Mills.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Clark, when you watch a team that's clicking on offense, what are some of the smaller things, the small details that are setting them apart?
Well, a couple of things. One is solid screen setting. That's huge because that's an unselfish act when you set a screen to get somebody else open. Then ball movement, being willing to go past a good opportunity for a next pass best opportunity. I think the Golden State Warriors do that as well as any team in basketball. The extra pass, sharing the ball, and giving themselves up for each other.
Here's Snell. Henson with the screen. Snell kicks to Bledsoe. Shoots over Mills. No good off the front iron.
Boy, he's holding his team back. Really a hindrance. Can't make a thing. He's way off today.
Gasol a screen. Mills passes to Gasol. Shoots over Henson. No good from Gasol. Bucks trail by 11. Antetokounmpo kicks to Bledsoe. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here's Mills. He's got 5. Anderson a screen on Bledsoe. And Mills kicks to Gay. Gasol a screen. Off the pick. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
Here's Snell. Henson with the screen. Snell kicks to Henson. The Bucks working the ball around. And now here comes Gay leading the break. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
And so it's Milwaukee now. After the basket by San Antonio. There's a good screen. Here's Bledsoe, and they pick up 2. Bledsoe's got his second basket of the night.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Gay left side. Over Middleton. That's good from Gay on the assist by Mills. 12 points for Gay.
He's been on the roll this quarter, really leading the way for his team right now.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's got 6. Snell from outside. And it's Rudy Gay with the rebound.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
Now here's Mills. He has 5. Back to Gay. Gasol a screen. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's Gay with the triple. Gay's got 15.
He is in the zone. There's a reason he keeps getting the ball. They're feeding him because they trust him to lead their team.
Timeout called the Bucks.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Bertanis, he's checked in for Anderson, and it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. And then for Milwaukee.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for San Antonio.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
One shot.
Well, after spending most of his career as a player who only got spot starts, Clark, Tony Snell was thrust into the starting lineup after being traded to the Bucks. He did as well as you could have hoped, given his track record.
Well, I tell you what, he really improved his efficiency, Kevin, and he gives you a little bit of everything on the wing. He can make shots, he can drive it, he can defend. I thought he did a really nice job blending into the team and providing them with what they needed. I don't know if he's a long-term solution in any team starting 5, but boy, he certainly warrants and merits consideration because of his versatility.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Got a piece of it. In transition, here come the Spurs. Here's Murray. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Boy, that's a devastating miss there. You got to convert on these easy layups deep inside.
Feeds to Dellavedova. Here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall.
Tell you what, Kevin, it would be helpful if he would start to contribute a little more on offense, because when he's missing, it makes it really hard for this team.
Bucks trail by 12. Snell kicks to Dellavedova. Here's Antetokounmpo, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Excellent awareness from Antetokounmpo, sensing the chance to impose his will inside and then capitalizing really easily.
Ginobili dishes to Gasol. And Maker sends it back. There's a minute left in the first. There's the screen. Here's Snell. And the lead is down inside single digits. Snell's got 7 points. Spurs leading by 8. Ginobili outside. Bertans kicks to Gay. There's the dish to Gasol. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses. You know, Kevin, when you watch Giannis, it's impossible to not see how much he impacts the game. I mean, you can never feel comfortable as an opposing team when Giannis is in action at either end of the floor. Offensively, he's a problem, and defensively, he's a nightmare.
The first one falls.
And Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak, matter of fact, I'd love to just call him the Greek Freak if I could, is a matchup issue for any defense. I mean, he's a guy who literally and really can play any position on the floor.
And the Bucks making a change here. Liggins is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 32 seconds left here in the first quarter. Murray, the pass to Ginobili. Kicks it to Gay. Good-looking screen by Gasol. It's Gay with the drive. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Antetokounmpo dishes to Dellavedova. There's a good screen. Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. It doesn't go for him. Rudy Gay, he's feeling it tonight, and he's been the driving force for the San Antonio Spurs. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. Back to the action after this word. And the San Antonio Spurs have really popularized that unselfish offensive style of play. Manu Ginobili talked about their Spurs approach.
Attack and find the open teammate, not try to solve problems by ourselves. It's something that we've never done, and every time we did it, it's not us.
There's a lot to be said for knowing, Greg, who you are and what your game plan is, and there may be no other team that gets that better than the San Antonio Spurs.
And Kevin, it helps to have that core of Manu and Tony there as the foundation and coaches on the floor for each new wave of players that have come through this Spurs organization.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, everything is sharp. I mean, nothing forced, precise passes, taking care of the ball. That's good stuff.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Murray, also Ginobili out there. Rudy Gay is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Bertans in at the 4. Quarter number 2, we're about a minute in. Inside, Aldridge misses.
Loved how they guarded that layup. Didn't make it easy, which I think is why he missed it.
Outside, Antetokounmpo, and that's a foul called on Davis Bertans. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Green comes in for Rudy Gay. And Paul's subbed in for Manu Ginobili. And so it's Milwaukee now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. For 3, Brogdon. Rebound, San Antonio. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Paul outside. The pass to Bertens. Aldridge left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And LaMarcus Aldridge really possesses tremendous shooting touch when you consider this guy's basically a 7-footer, and he's increasing that range. Last season, up over 40% from 3.
The Spurs have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And, you know, the length and height of Aldridge make him a tough matchup. He's a hard guy to go against, a strong forward that has an impressive mid-range stroke.
Both free throws good from Aldridge.
Great touch from the line. Always important for bigger guys to be able to come through at the stripe.
Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo. Brogdon against Paul. Pass to Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Dellavedova. The shot, no good.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. Bucks trail by 3. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. He feeds it to Dellavedova. Goes back up. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Jason Terry is checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. Murray kicks to Green. Now the feed to Paul. Aldridge with a screen on Brogdon. Bertens, the pass to Murray. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Maker misses. San Antonio's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And here is Murray. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Trying his luck deep, and a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. On the wing, Terry. He's covered by Murray. Down low, Maker. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Maker's got 5 now.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. And Maker sends it back. Shot clock at 5. Bertans kicks to Murray. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. A different look now for San Antonio. Kyle Anderson comes in for Bertens, and it's Mills in for Murray. The Bucks also changing it up. John Henson's checked in for Antetokounmpo, and Middleton subbed in for DeAndre Liggins. The Bucks trail. Terry dishes to Henson. Terry kicks to Brogdon. Pass to Middleton. Paul against Brogdon. Maker with a screen for Brogdon. Passes to Maker for 3. That shot no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Aldridge is screened. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Shoots over Henson. That doesn't go either for Aldridge.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Now Terry, looking for his first basket still in this one. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Tell you, that is not what they want. A contested jump shot, the defense right on him. You need to get a better shot than that.
Here's Mills. He's got 5. Aldridge with it, and it's Henson picking him up. Aldridge against Henson. Tries from 16. Aldridge, good. Aldridge has got 4 points now in the quarter.
His mid-range game is what sets Aldridge apart from the other bigs in our league. He's about as accurate a shooter as you'll find among players with his size.
Dishes to Middleton. He kicks it to Maker. Shoots a 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Anderson passes to Mills. Paul outside. Launches it. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
The Spurs offense, one of the most efficient in the NBA. It's all predicated, Greg, on motion.
And it's ball movement and player movement. They kind of want to warp the defense and force mistakes, and that's when they strike.
Here's Terry. And that one comes up a bit short. Spurs leading by 7. Outside, Green. Outside, Aldridge.
And, you know, you take a look at the Bucks in this roster now. A few trades, but they have some really nice homegrown talent. Giannis is a legit superstar they were able to draft late in the lottery, and Parker, another building block that they drafted.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Tony Snell's checked in for the Bucks. Eric Bledsoe comes in for Jason Terry. Both free throws good from Aldridge.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Henson's shot is off. And Clark, think about how this Milwaukee team came about. A lot of role players came in through trades, but the young core is all from the draft.
Yeah, how about that, Kevin? Maker and Brogdon, the most recent additions to this team in the draft. Milwaukee rarely makes big free agent signings, and a number of reasons for that, perhaps the market size. And, you know, credit the front office for doing a really good job of making the most of their draft spots to build this team. That takes some real artwork to do that well.
With some arc, rejected by Gasol.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection.
Here's Bledsoe. He's got 5. One-on-one fast break. Top of the key. The rebound by Middleton. Bucks trail by 9. Bledsoe outside. Just 5 to shoot. Feeds it to Maker. They need this. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. 8 points for Thon Maker.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Aldridge a screen. Anderson dishes to Mills. Aldridge with a screen on Bledsoe. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
Boy, I love watching the ball get into the post. Reminds me of my days doing work down there. When you have this kind of positioning, scoring is simple.
Snell from outside. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here is Forbes. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
And, you know, that pass wasn't deflected or anything, Kevin. Don't see that often. An unfortunate, unforced turnover.
Rudy Gay's checked in for the Spurs. Bucks trail by 8. Bledsoe passes to Maker. The dish now to Snell. Kicks it to Middleton. The Bucks working the ball around. 5 to shoot. For 3, Bledsoe trains the three-pointer. Bledsoe's got 8 points.
No explanation for giving up these wide open looks. Total breakdown. Unacceptable defense.
To the middle. Here's Gasol. Second chance shot. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2 for 6 start.
And really, Gasol just never stops attacking the boards, just utterly relentless at pounding the glass.
There's the pick. Bledsoe dishes to Henson. Rebound, San Antonio. Gasol's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Well, Thon Maker is a project player, Clark, for his team, taken 10th overall in the 2016 draft. Has great size, and he moves well, but it's going to be a few years before he gets to where he needs to be.
I agree with you, but with big guys, you can afford to be patient when you see that they have a work ethic and a commitment to getting better, are willing to learn and grow, and then you factor in his athleticism and size. I think it's a weight that's going to pay big dividends for the Bucks.
And that one misses. And the Spurs making a change here. Ginobili's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Chris Middleton. And he sinks the second. And Clark, when you look around the league today, is there a player that you watched and think, hey, yeah, that reminds me of how I used to play?
There are a number of guys that come to mind a little bit. Tobias Harris is an outstanding player, terrific young player and young man. Has a game similar to mine in that he's really versatile, does a lot of things well, not super flashy, but very productive. He comes to mind right off the top of my head currently.
The Spurs have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First free throw is good.
And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. And both free throws good for Gay. And the Spurs, Greg, one of the best defensive teams in the league for 2 seasons running.
And it's really all about execution. They seem to just move in concert and stay connected. No silly fouls, and with their length, nothing easy inside.
Cannot give him that much room from mid-range. They got to feel lucky he didn't knock that one down.
And Forbes kicks to Gasol. Anderson the screen. Gay outside. And they double up Gay. And Ginobili wide open. He shoots. Drops in the tray. Ginobili's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And how about that lefty stroke there from Ginobili? It is a thing of beauty. He is dialed in from deep.
For 3, Bledsoe. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
And maybe shying away from contact a bit too, Greg. I mean, their free throw attempts are also down from the first quarter.
Gasol is screen on Bledsoe. Ginobili kicks to Gasol. Can't cash in from close range. Here's Snell. The pass to Henson. Here's Bledsoe. That's good from 17 feet away. Bledsoe's got 5 points in the quarter. And so it's San Antonio in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the key to having such a strong first half?
We played good D.
That was 4 words. Thanks, Pop. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports.
Been working out.
Rudy Gay has been getting it done. He ended up with 17 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
And over to Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
A grand view of the well-attended Alamo on a beautiful night as we welcome you back to San Antonio. It is definitely worth the visit. And now the third quarter about to get going. Rudy Gay having a dominant impact in this game.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
The second half just about to get going here. Bucks trail by 9. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Chris Middleton is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Tony Snell. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Henson in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
And, you know, we continue to see Antetokounmpo shoulder more of the load, a remarkable offensive play.
Aldridge a screen. Mills passes to Green. Aldridge with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 5. Stolen by Bledsoe. Pass to Snell. Henson a screen on Green. Here's Snell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Henson sets a screen for Bledsoe. They get it again. Tries again. Henson's shot is off. Spurs leading by 7. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Gasol, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
And the wherewithal from Gasol there, nailing the shot despite the tough defense all over.
Well, Clark, you've been in the booth for so long, but I have to ask, have you ever toyed with the idea of coaching or working in some team's front office? I know you did briefly for the Pacers.
Yeah, I did, and I enjoyed it. I was working in player relations, player development with our guys off the court, and loved it. But it just wasn't something I could sustain at this season in my life. Not interested in coaching. I've never really been, because my career path went towards broadcasting right after I got done playing, and I've paid my dues and have grown in this profession. And I would want to do the same thing in coaching, and I just don't have enough time in front of me to do that. So I'm happy to be around the game in this capacity. Coaching never lets up. I get an off season as a broadcaster.
Yes. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. They get Paul Gasol.
And Middleton, the former second-round pick now, has put a lot of work in on his game. I mean, a ton of work. Really carving out a nice spot in the league as a result of his hard work.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Middleton. And what I like about Chris Middleton is that he is just a complete player. Clark can play on or off the ball in offense, as well as get his points both off a catch and shoot or putting it on the hardwood. Also a strong defender.
Yeah, he's one of those understated, effective, outstanding two-way players in the league, and probably should get more credit as such. He challenges shots, he can defend multiple positions, and he plays a little bigger than he is because he's got that great wingspan.
Lob pass to Gasol, and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Antetokounmpo dishes to Henson. The shot by Bledsoe, nobody around. Gets a very good look and converts. Bledsoe's got 12 points in the game. Green, the screen. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Gasol setting the pick for Aldridge. And the wide open shot from Green. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Middleton the pass to Bledsoe. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Spurs leading by 6. Now here's Mills. 5 points in the game. Here's Aldridge. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 9 rebounds now tonight. He dishes it to Bledsoe. The 3. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got his 4th rebound in this one. He feeds it to Mills. Gasol a screen. Anderson outside. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Here's Aldridge. And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. That's good from Aldridge. And Clark is a Midwest guy. You grew up watching your teams go up against the Bucks, and even as a player, you faced off against them more than your fair share. When you think about the history of the Milwaukee Bucks, who leaves an imprint on your mind for how they help that franchise?
Well, guys that I actually played against, Sid Moncrief would be at the top of the list because he was so integral to the Bucks' success. Really good at both ends of the floor, a leader. I didn't have to guard him, but I played against those really good Bucks teams in the early, mid-'80s, and he was a big part of that.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs have never been the flashy team in the NBA. Tony Parker said beautiful basketball is playing the right way. Ball movement, pure, beautiful basketball is the way we've played. You have all sorts of fans, and there should be something for everybody. Kevin, he told me a long time ago, if we were in New York, people would love us.
And during Popovich's time in San Antonio, the Spurs have always played together, D.A. Got to respect their team-first approach to the game. And the first one drops.
And when I watch Eric Bledsoe, I really feel like he's at his best when he's kind of prodding a defense. So hard to keep away from the rim. When he attacks, it just opens everything else up in his offensive game.
Bledsoe hits them both. And, Greg, as you said, the aggressiveness Bledsoe has going to the rim is a key for him to getting those open shots then on the perimeter.
And the team is at their best when he is in attack mode. Opens up lanes for cuts as you just can't keep him out of the paint. Knows when to drop off a pass after he beats his opponent as well for an easy score.
And it's Aldridge on the follow. Aldridge has got 18 points in the game.
And now this game is becoming a showcase for Aldridge. He's been out of control, a one-man team. Now it's just a matter of getting him the ball and getting out of his way.
Gasol with the steal. Here's Bertans. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Mills kicks to Bertans. Aldridge a screen. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back.
Really amazing. Absolutely astonishing how accomplished Antetokounmpo is on defense. He's disruptive wherever he is on the floor defensively.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. From deep. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Spurs.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
Don't overlook the success they've had at the free throw line tonight either. Boy, you take a look at Jason Kidd, and he's clearly one of those players that just has a mind for the game. Throughout his career, you saw how well he saw the court, felt the game, and how he created scoring chances for his teammates, and was also very heady at the defensive end. One of the very cerebral Hall of Fame players we've had in the history of the league.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
It's really been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
And the Bucks making a change here. Makers checked in. Terry with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Henson with the screen, and they double up Antetokounmpo. The wide open look here for Terry. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his fifth assist in this one. Murray the pass to Bertans. From deep. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Bucks trail by 4. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
In the corner, it's Maker. Terry outside. 5 on the clock. From downtown. And it's Terry again missing. Spurs leading by 4. Murray kicks to Green. And there's the feed to Paul. Aldridge a screen. Back to Green. There's the triple. That shot no good. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Here's Brogdon. Paul with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Pass to Green. Here's Bertans. Spurs working the ball around now. Brogdon against Paul. Here's the floater. And he lays it up and in. Paul's got his second bucket of the night.
Nice looking floater there, Kevin. Such a fast shot, a quick release. Really hard to guard that.
Terry kicks to Maker. Antetokounmpo against Green. Antetokounmpo dishes to Maker. Brogdon the pass to Henson. Here's the screen. Goes up on the wing. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Brogdon.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Looking at Malcolm Brogdon, the first thing that jumps out at you is his poise. He's steady, unflappable, never in a rush, always playing at his own pace. And for a young player, that's not something you see very often.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Tony Snell's checked in for Maker, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Jason Terry. Gay drives.
You gotta love watching Gay just soar through the air. An amazing dunker who just relishes these opportunities.
Up top, Henson. Aldridge is covering, and Henson kicks to Snell. And stolen by Murray. Here is Forbes. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Brogdon against Ginobili. Passes it to Snell. Dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Makes it off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 20.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Henson, a screen on Aldridge. Antetokounmpo passes to Henson. Gay outside. Here's Murray. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And now a 9-point Spurs lead. And here is Dellavedova. Snell dishes to Antetokounmpo. Won't go in for the 6th time in 14 shots tonight. He's made 8.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Aldridge with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Ginobili, that's for 2. And no good that time. The Bucks go the other way with it. In the corner, it's Brogdon. Good on the triple. Brogdon's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Kicks it out to Ginobili. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Aldridge has got 3 assists tonight. Bucks trail by 9. Feeds to Henson. There's the pick. To the paint. Here's Snell. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Snell's got 9.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Ginobili the pass to Gay. Aldridge with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo against Gay. Off the pick. With the tip. And it's Aldridge on the follow. Aldridge has got 9 points here in the second half.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now Dellavedova. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
You must make that one. Even with the defense present, these are shots you have to finish.
And that one, good.
And this is an area where Gay is especially dangerous. A terrific mid-range scorer.
Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo. To the middle. Here's Henson. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. 6 points for him.
Terrific timing on that pass, placing it in a great spot, ideal spot where his teammate could score.
Now here's Murray. He has 5. He kicks it to Gay. The dish to Aldridge. Back to Ginobili. Murray for 3. No good.
Clearly, one of the most rugged, tough defenders in the league is Matthew Dellavedova.
And so it's San Antonio in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
One possession at a time. No offensive rebounds, and help and talk to each other on defense.
Defensive rebounding, a big emphasis for Coach Jason Kidd, and something he'll obviously continue to harp on.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. If you start giving it up on the offensive glass, very few good things are going to happen to your team, and that becomes really deflating.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. Mills and Manu at the guards. Pau Gasol is out there with Anderson. And it's Gay in at the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. Henson dishes to Dellavedova. Back to Henson. Right side, Antetokounmpo. Down low, Dellavedova. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
This is as good as it gets
shots,
from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Dellavedova.
In the Spurs last season, how about setting the all-time record for consecutive winning seasons with 20? This is a group that's won 50 or more games in every one of those seasons except the strike-shortened one in '99.
And so he makes both from the line. And Greg, for the Spurs, they're so competitive. It's inevitable. They just win year after year.
Yeah, but that big three of Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili, the all-time winningest trio in the history of our league, had a lot to do with it. And as that era comes to an end, they're doing a terrific job of just picking up new star talent without skipping a beat.
Shots good by Gay.
Yeah, and Gay is a volume shooter. He knows he's out there to score. Love watching him catch fire.
Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And the shot goes in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th assist here tonight. Spurs leading by 10. Mills with it. Gasol kicks to Gay. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Here's Ginobili. Lays it up and banks it in.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Dellavedova. Bledsoe outside. Hansen sets a screen for Bledsoe. Don't usually see him shooting the three. Dellavedova's got it back down to within single digits for the Bucks. Here's Anderson. Gasol, a screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's Anderson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And as Milwaukee continues to invest in the Bucks and this whole franchise, upcoming stadium just one part of the equation. Team also starting their first year with an exclusive G League team.
Well, and that team is out in Oshkosh, Kevin, and should act as a really good resource for developing young players for the Bucks. I mean, a lot of teams have followed this trend, and the Bucks, they went from plan to action very quickly with that.
First one falls for him.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
The Spurs making a switch here. Green's checked in. So he gets them both. Timeout called, the Bucks.
Yeah, just hitting a reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. He was not pleased. He said, you guys look dead out there. Told them they've got to play with more activity. And then he said, this is not going to cut it. I have to see who's going to step it up. Guys.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Spurs leading by 9. Kicks to Gay. Gasol, a screen on Antetokounmpo. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And Gay is just so crafty inside, forcing the defense to hit him in the paint.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the thing about Rudy Gay, you never know when he's going to have a night where he just explodes. He's one of those guys that can just score in bunches.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Bucks trail by 10. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Anderson the screen. Anderson a screen on Bledsoe. And Mills kicks to Gay. Gasol setting the pick for Gay. 4 on the clock. That one a little long. Bucks trail by 9. To the paint. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
And Mills kicks to Anderson. Now the pass to Gay. He dishes it to Mills. Pass to Gasol. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. Milwaukee has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. So the wing on the left. Bledsoe passes to Henson. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Bledsoe.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Double team on Aldridge from 11 feet away. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Yeah, a little too physical on that play. Tries to climb over the top of him and gets whistled for it.
That was an elementary call for them to make there. I mean, once he knocked him off balance from behind, that was a no-brainer.
Aldridge a screen. Outside, Green. Another shot, and Aldridge with the layup. And now it's a 9-point Spurs lead.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Now here is Dellavedova. He's guarded closely. Outside, Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. Some solid defense from Gasol.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
And Mills kicks to Gasol. He feeds it to Anderson. Pass to Aldridge. Double team on Aldridge. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And here is Dellavedova. There's a screen. Henson with the screen. Dellavedova dishes to Henson. 5 on the clock. Henson with the screen. Goes up at the stripe. Bledsoe can't get that one to drop. Spurs leading by 9. Anderson in the post. Defended by Middleton. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Tony Snell's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova.
One shot behind the lanes.
Free throw, good, Anderson. And so it's Milwaukee with it. A 12-point game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Henson with the screen. Here's Bledsoe. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Bledsoe's got 11 points here in just the second half. Now Mills. Anderson outside. Aldridge kicks to Gasol. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Middleton outside. Henson with the screen. Takes the three. A rebound by the Spurs. Aldridge has got 11 rebounds in the game. Count it, good. And the Spurs lead by 12.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Just off the charts, incredible athleticism from Antetokounmpo. Fending off contact like a real pro.
And Mills kicks to Gasol. Outside, Green. Gasol a screen. Aldridge with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup. That's 29 points for Aldridge.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
And the foul called on Danny Green. That's foul number 2 for him. Murray's checked in for the Spurs. Bledsoe against Green. The feed to Middleton. Launches a three. Rebounded by the Spurs. Gasol's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Anderson the screen. Murray kicks to Anderson. Here's Gasol on the mark with the 15-footer.
And Gasol excels from that mid-range area. If you leave him open from there, you're going to pay the price.
Out to the right wing. Gasol against Henson. Here's Snell. A rebound by Gasol.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Bledsoe against Green. Now here's Bledsoe. D right on him. Great D that time from Green. Spurs leading by 14. Murray kicks to Gasol. Gasol a screen. Here's Murray up on top. Guarded by Bledsoe. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Dishes it to Middleton. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Danny Green, undrafted out of North Carolina. He's been a linchpin of the Spurs' great defense over his career.
You know, 6'6" with that 6'10" wingspan. This is a guy that can block shots like a big man, guards 3 positions, and one of the guys that we call the prototype when you talk about that 3 and D wing player.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. San Antonio making a switch here. Mills is checked in. That one misses. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Gasol passes to Mills. Anderson the screen. Passes it to Aldridge. Shoots over Henson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 31 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And the first one drops. And so Snell nails both of them. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. Green kicks to Mills. Feeds it to Anderson. Now the dish to Aldridge. And he banks in the layup. Aldridge has got 33.
Just terrific determination. First compiling the lead and now building on it.
And that's what you want to do. I mean, you can't let the opposition off the hook here. I mean, you've got to keep adding to that lead.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
Two shots.
And that one misses.
The former Tar Heel, John Henson, is incredibly efficient on both ends of the court.
And he's good on the second.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Aldridge a screen. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 35 points for Aldridge.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for San Antonio.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Aldridge.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LaMarcus Aldridge.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play, and this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Thon Maker's checked in for John Henson. DeAndre Liggins checks in for Chris Middleton. Brogdon, he's checked in for Tony Snell. And it's Terry in for Eric Bledsoe. There's the pass to Brogdon. Now, here's Maker. Aldridge is covering. Here's Brogdon. And again, the Bucks miss. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Bertines passes to Paul. Shot clock at 5. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And that one's good by Aldridge.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. Offensive rebound. There's the triple. And it's Malcolm Brogdon with the 3.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Now here's Murray. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Well, Marcus, your game has evolved. Started as a finesse player, and now you have a lot more inside aggression. How did you get more comfortable down low?
It just takes time. You know, I got stronger every year, got better every year. You know, when I was younger, I wasn't strong, but now I'm much stronger. I'm much older now.
And a veteran who gets it done. Thank you, LaMarcus. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.